Hi everyone, how's it going? My name is Zachary Izzard, and I just want to make this video today just talking about this book, Counterfeit Gods. Uh, the empty promises, money, sex, and power, and only hope that matters. I just wanted to talk about this book and just really explain like what it means to have counterfeit gods. Tim Keller brings a really good point how we for us, we all struggle with searching and longing for something, uh, especially if we don't have Christ in our hearts. We are longing for something that we can never obtain unless it's found in something greater or someone greater, I should say. Uh, and counterfeit gods, it's essentially idolatry, and and what idolatry is anything you love more than God. Um, anything that you place higher than God is considered an idol, or whether that could be your career, your relationship, uh, sports, family, uh, spouse, kids, school, even anything that you place, anything that you place above God is considered an idol, and. Tim Keller brings to light that our love is out of whack, it's out of order. Um, we we think just having a job and working for a career is all good, but when we place our career before our family, when we place our career before our friendship, before our spouse, before even ourselves, that is a definition of an idol. Um, and ultimately before God, and and you are addicted to something is when it's taken away from you. When if something is taken away from you and you act angry or or you act uncontrollable, and you gotta have that thing or that person in your life in order to live, that is considered an idol. And for us as Americans, we don't like the idea of suffering. Uh, and what I mean by that is we are told, we are raised to dream the dream. We can set our dreams on things, and anything that we want we can have, and or pursue your dreams, and anything that you wish is yours. Just work hard and you'll get what you want. But this book, Counterfeit Gods, is kind of counter to that. Um, that's not necessarily true. Actually, the worst thing that can happen to us is God giving us up to our desires, because we can't trust our hearts. We just can't. We think we can, but our hearts will let us down. People let us down. Things will let us down, because we are created. It is all creation, and for all have sinned and fall short. Everything falls short. Except for God, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He sustains us. And our spouse, our work, our kids, school can't truly sustain us. Can't really give us that joy that we long for, that love, that intimacy that we truly long for. And this book challenges us to really examine our hearts and see, okay, what is it that rules my heart other than God? And I encourage those who are believers to really look into their hearts, and even those who don't believe in Jesus, to really look in and examine, what is it that rules my heart? Is it my work? Am I anxious about losing something? Am I when I fall short in this area, or when I lose something, or when someone breaks up with me, all these things, yes, it's heartbreaking. It is. But does it lead you to despair? Does it lead you to not wanting to live? And these are things that you really need to ask and examine, and really want to know, what is it that keeps me going? Is it my spouse? Is it my work? Or is it God? There's so many empty promises that the world promises us. The world promises us success and all these things, but what if you don't get that? Is it God's fault, or is it the world's? Or, we like to say, God, you owe me. But we all deserve, honestly, we don't deserve anything, but yet God gives us grace. So yeah, this book really brings to life these counterfeit gods. And we have to look as Americans, American Christians, or if you're not a believer, if you're not a Christian, just really examine your hearts and ask, what is it that rules my heart? What is it that keeps me going? Thank you.